Hi, welcome back to Baking with Josh and Ange.
Hi everybody! We have a great recipe for you today based on our trip to San Francisco.
Yeah, we were able to take a day trip to San Francisco because Ange was speaking at Pinterest.
Yes, they had their first ever women's conference and I did a Q&A with the gals there and I just love that company.
You did so good.
You're so sweet.
Like
so sweet.
Everyone was applauding and happy. It was great. It was a room full of women and it was just, I loved it.
There were a few guys.
Yeah, well, I mean,
by the way,
but it was a women's conference. I was there, there's a couple other guys, but it was a women's conference.
I love that you were like, it was a room full of women. I loved it. That's what you just said.
Didn't mean like that.
Everyone at Pinterest, we love you guys. We had a great time. So we had a few hours before our flight back and we were able to do a little sightseeing. Yeah. Which is fun. We cram a lot in.
We sure do.
We make the best of our time somewhere. But we love walking around the city and kind of exploring it a little. So we did get to stop by a really cool bakery.
Yes, called Mr. Holmes Bakehouse.
Hey everybody, we are at Mr. Holmes Bakery in San Francisco. I am here with Katie and Vivian. Hi. You know this guy.
Hi.
And we're going to be making, what are we making today?
We are going to be sugaring and decorating our Cruffin, the thing we are most famous for.
A Cruffin? Sign me up. Okay, here we go. What's a Cruffin?
A Cruffin is a croissant muffin.
That's like the best thing I've ever heard of.
It's amazing.
That's such a great idea.
Yeah.
I love everything about that word. But they were awesome. They took us back in their bakery and showed us actually how to make one. So thank you to Katie and Vivian for showing us. Their process, obviously, they have a giant machine. They spend hours with this dough, getting it in the perfect shape.
And they roll it through this big, huge like pasta machine thing and
flattens
it out. I mean, it takes a long time. They said 3 days to make the Cruffins.
And there's a few trade secrets which they couldn't show us, and we understand. That's your special thing.
We get it.
The Cruffins were so good. They were so good.
They were delicious.
So I was like, Josh, do you think we can make that at home? And you were like,
I was like, no, we can't make that at home.
We don't have the machine and the thing.
I mean, maybe if I got some new equipment, we could.
If we knocked out half of our kitchen and got their enormous machine.
But I said that we could make something like the Cruffin.
Like the Cruffin, without their secret. They have a secret sauce. They have some trade secrets that we don't know.
Exactly, like the Cruffin, but super, super easy. This is like our hack on the Cruffin. And we're gonna call it Crescent Roll Muffins.
There's your first clue. We might use a can of Crescent rolls.
Here's what you'll need to make the Crescent Roll Muffins. 3 tubes Crescent rolls, 1/4 cup butter softened, 1 egg, 2 tablespoons water, 1/3 cup sugar, 1/3 cup raspberry or strawberry preserves, 1/3 cup hazelnut chocolate spread, powdered sugar for dusting. Let's get started. Ange, preheat the oven to 375 degrees. Nicely done.
Next we're going to grease our muffin tin.
Okay, so now is when the hack comes into play. We're just going to use the Crescent roll tubes.
That was my idea.
Yes,
that was my idea. I was like, wait, couldn't we just, instead of like doing the dough and the whole thing, couldn't we just use some Crescent roll tins you see at the grocery store?
Yep, and you can.
Yeah, should I go get them?
Yeah, just one.
Oh, and also here's a tip. You don't take them out of the fridge until you're ready to work with them, because they do kind of fall apart.
So we're just going to unroll this whole Crescent roll sheet.
Josh has put it on parchment paper.
Yes, so it doesn't stick. That's very important.
Because it does get sticky.
Right down the middle, I'm just going to separate these Crescent rolls, just like so. Lightly butter the inside. Make sure you have really soft butter to work with, otherwise the Crescent...
Yeah, it'll fall apart.
Exactly. All right. So now that these are buttered, we're going to roll these into a tight roll using the longer side of the rectangle. Roll these up like in a really tight roll. Then we're going to take these strips and just gently pull them apart to give them some more length, like that.
Is that good?
That's good. We're going to cut these down in the middle, and then that's going to give these Crescent rolls layers. That's kind of like the flaky, crusty thing that you would find in a Cruffin. Cut this right down the middle.
Definitely see why you want to work with the dough while it's chilled.
Yeah, because it does get so sticky so quick. So speed is actually your friend here. Then we'll have 4 long strips that we're going to roll into our muffin tin. This is the fun part, okay? This is where we're gonna make our little crescent roll muffin design. And the cool thing about this is that you don't have to, it doesn't have to be exact. They're supposed to kind of look like a mess, all right?
I just like how excited you get. You're like, this is the fun part. Ooh.
Take your dough, all
Okay.
right, your little strip, and then I like to make it into like a little pretzel shape, you know?
Oh, like a little knot?
Kind of like knot it up, and then on the bottom, twist it around, and then twist it on top, and then you just set it right into your muffin tin.
Okay, can I try one?
Yeah, please.
I take this and I make it into a knot, and then go like that, and then the bottom like that, and that around the top like that.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, that looks great.
Yay!
Yay!
What if you're like me and you struggle with making your knot in the bottom part and it looks a little bit like that?
You can also just do curly Q.
Like a little
A
swirly?
little swirly thing, and that actually works pretty good too. But the knot is so much more fun. I'm just saying. Okay, so now that we have our crescent rolls all twisted up and put into the muffin tin, now we're going to brush it with an egg wash. 1 egg and 2 tablespoons of water. We're going to mix it together and then brush the crescent roll muffins.
Is it because it makes it kind of goldeny and flaky or something?
Yes, that's exactly right. That's why we do it.
I'm learning!
All right, so I will prepare the egg wash here.
Okay.
You can kind of layer this on with a fork or a brush. I'm using a paintbrush and it works pretty good. So after Ange gets done with the egg wash, we're going to put the crescent roll muffins into the oven for 15 minutes at 375 degrees. All right, so let's put these into the oven.
Okay. All right. All right, our muffins, our croissant roll muffins are done.
All right, they look really good. This is why you want to cut them down the middle after you roll them up, because it gives those little, like, that texture.
Right.
They're like, it's really, really yummy. Now that the muffins are done, we're going to let them cool for 5 minutes and get ready for the next step. All right, so our next step is to take our muffins and roll them in sugar. Now you want to do this while the muffins are still slightly warm so the sugar will stick better. Gently take these muffins out of the muffin tin. Lightly dust them with sugar. That's it. Oh, that's a really good one. You see how funky that looks? That's from the pretzel twist.
But yeah, I get why you want to do this while it's warm because the sugar is really sticking nicely.
Yeah.
So our kids are like all over the map on the filling. Isabel likes them plain with just sugar, just like that. I like them with a little bit of raspberry jam in the middle. Warm, oh my gosh, it's so good. And then Cade likes them with the raspberry jam and Nutella.
Yeah. So when we were in Mr. Holmes Bakehouse, they made a version of the Cruffins that were like kind of a black forest. So it was like a cherry and chocolate filling. So I tried to replicate that as best I could, but make it easy. So we're using raspberry preserves and then Nutella, which is like chocolate.
Right, but really you can stop right here at just the powdered sugar. They're delicious.
Yep.
Or you can load it up. Cade likes it loaded up.
Loaded, fully loaded. So now it's time to put the filling into our crescent roll muffins. All right, now an easy way to do this is to just poke a hole with the straw, put a hole right in the middle. All right, oh, gentle, gentle.
Oh yeah.
All right, so when you're doing the hole with the straw, don't jab it in there. Like kind of rotate it slowly. You have a nicer hole.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, when you jab it, it breaks apart the top. Anyway.
So we have 2 types of filling here, raspberry preserves and our Nutella. I went ahead and put the filling into these frosting bags with a tip.
Okay.
It makes it so much easier when you're pressing down into the muffin so it doesn't break apart. Get it all the way in there and just push, 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 and you should start feeling the resistance. And then get it on top, right there.
I know, but it looks so pretty when you do it.
I know.
I'm feeling it won't. You're like, I know it does.
I'll do one more and then I'll let you do the last one. There we go. So next we're going to do the raspberry filling. So same thing. The raspberry filling should come out a little easier than Nutella. Ange?
Yay!
That last
My
one?
turn.
All right.
Whoops.
Make sure that tips all the way in there. I know.
Like that?
Yep, exactly. All right, so now we're going to do both.
Combo.
All right, first we'll do Nutella and we'll get it all the way in there and squeeze. And then do raspberry and just get it right next to Nutella on the side. And that is a very chocolatey raspberry
Gooey deliciousness.
croissant muffin. All right, so now that we have our crescent roll muffins filled, the last step and my favorite step is to lightly dust them with powdered sugar. Get a little powdered sugar and then
Just tap, tap, tap.
tap, 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 tap.
Those look so
It's like
delicious.
snow.
And look at that, we used crescent rolls out of a tube.
Yeah, it looks like a fancy French pastry.
It does look fancy. That's the thing. I cannot make fancy desserts. You guys know that. But I could make this.
Yeah, she could. And
Yeah.
she did.
I kind of did. I kind of did. I mean, look how fancy that looks.
I know.
It looks so fancy.
Really cute. Really
So cute. I love them warm. So Josh made these the other day, and then the next morning I just heated one up with, with my morning
They're
cup
just
of
as
tea. That was so good.
I mean, it's delicious. It really is delicious.
It really is so good.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes Bakehouse, for taking us into your bakery and showing us how to make, you know, a cruffin.
Yes.
And for letting us try.
Letting us try. Thank you guys for sticking around and watching us try our take on it. It's so good. We had such a great time, and yum!
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Little trip we took to San Francisco.
Yes, the Windy City.
No, that's Chicago.
It's San
Oh
Francisco.
my god. I don't know where San Francisco is.
Assistant, did we push record?
Yes!
Oh wait.
Oh wait, we are our own assistants.
I'll let you do the last one.
Okay.
Get that tip in there. Make sure that tip's all the way in there. I know.